This local sports report is brought to you by Allstate Insurance, a proud member of the Waterloo community, supporting youth athletics. For a free, no obligation quote for home and auto insurance, contact one of their trusted advisors. Call Allstate at 226 444 5549 to speak with your local Waterloo Allstate representative.
It was 1 year ago this week that the Waterloo Siskins captured their 12th Sutherland Cup championship in franchise history, and their goaltender was Matt Onuska, who joins us now. Obviously, an amazing run, a huge victory in Game 7. Matt, what are some of your best memories, not only of Game 7, but the entire playoff run?
Yeah, I think it was just part of what was kind of neat about the entire playoff run is other than that very last game, we kind of were able to win each series at home coincidentally. So I think just kind of being able to do that in front of our home fans, we had a lot of support during that playoff run. And I think it was just a really, really exciting time for us as a team.
The video of Alec Tiley's overtime winning goal is on the screen right now. I know you can't see it, but what he's doing is tackling you after scoring that big goal from the point. The question being, how were you not hurt on that play?
Well, I think it was the adrenaline partially. I managed just to secure the neck so my head didn't hit the ice. And then later, actually, Curtis Ron, out of excitement, was like shaking me and accidentally punched me in the face. That's probably the worst injury I got during the celebration.
What made that group so special? Everybody seemed to come together just at the right time, all led by Todd Hoffman, the head coach, of course. When you look back now, what kind of chemistry was there? Because you guys had just an amazing running. You're right. You won the games at home. You won most of the series in 6 games, beating Listowel in that Cherry Cup, and then capped it off with that huge win in London.
Yeah, I think it was right from day one. We had a management staff with Curtis there and our trainers and our coaches and everybody, the players. Just right from day one, we kind of all knew that we had an opportunity to win a championship. And so throughout the season, that's what we're focused on. We're looking at that long-term goal, just kind of working hard every day to try and get there. And so I think it was just a collective attitude that we're going to do what it takes to win a championship. And I think we were super happy that we were able to come out after all that hard work.
You earned the nickname Matty Ice and ended up being the MVP in the GOJHL playoffs. How important was that for you, Matt, as a 16-year-old to go through that experience and win that championship and learn what it takes to win the playoffs? Obviously a great experience, but can help you so much going forward with the rest of your career as well.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning opportunity for me, just kind of having to go through the grind of playing, back-to-back games just at such a high intensity with that playoff energy. And I think that, it really taught me a lot about the commitment that it takes in order to kind of win, you know what I mean? Just kind of having to miss other activities and throughout daily life just to kind of sacrifice for that greater good. But I think, being able to learn that was super important, especially when you have a great group of guys around you. You want to help them win. We had a great veteran group in there that was all committed to winning. And so I think it made it really, really easy to kind of focus on what we wanted to do.
Who are some of the characters on the team? Obviously, Curtis Ron being the banana man was something that kind of took off after he did that interview with Sam Spate. But your teammates, who were they? What kind of characters were they?
Yeah, I think they were all pretty funny guys in their own respect. I think Alec Tiley was quite the character. I sat beside Serpa, just both as 16-year-olds. We would kind of have our own conversations, just because that's kind of who we connected with. And I think it was just kind of a group thing that we all liked each other. That's kind of what made us successful. We're all a big friend group that was willing to sacrifice for one another, and I think that's what helped us come out on top.
You got drafted by the Kingston Frontenacs, ultimately got traded to the London Knights, where in your first career start back in February, you picked up your first career OHL win. Obviously, that was an amazing experience for you. How was it as in London this year? You know, you were part of the team for the better part of the season. Getting that win in your first career start must have been really special, Matt.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a super exciting kind of having done a lot of practicing and getting to know the guys to be able to get a chance to get out there and kind of help the team. At the time, we're on a 8 or 9 game winning streak, so to be able to get out there and get a win and kind of continue on that winning streak was a super special time for me. Kind of growing up watching OHL to be able to kind of live that moment of getting a win the first career start was definitely a special moment.
What's it like to play in a hockey hotbed like London? We know it here well in Kitchener, Waterloo with the Rangers. Obviously, they have immense popularity, but London's exactly the same. You go into the Budweiser Gardens on a Friday night, there is 9,000 rabid London Knights fans. You got to experience that this year. What can you say about the hockey community there and how much passion there is for the Knights?
Yeah, it's super, it's unbelievable, really. I mean, just kind of each and every Friday at the Bud, 9,000 people are showing up, and there's an expectation to win, and I think that's super important. That's what you want. That's what it takes in order to win a championship. And I think, when you have that support of 9,000 people coming out, it makes you want to win that much more because you have those eyes on you. And kind of it is like Patrick Kane said, kind of like the mini NHL when you play there. It's a super special and exciting time.
What are your personal goals for next season?
Yeah, I think just to kind of continue to build upon last season and just trying to win games, trying to help the team hopefully win another championship. Sadly, we weren't able to complete the run this year, but hopefully we can come together next year and kind of complete that Memorial Cup run.
For the summer, you're spending some time, as you always do, with depth training and physiotherapy in Waterloo. Obviously, you can't go into the gym right now because of the circumstances, but you're doing some of their online courses and their online workouts. Tell me a little bit about that, Matt, and how it's benefiting you.
Yeah, it's been super beneficial to work with depth, as they always do a great job each summer. Kind of at home, it's a little more difficult, but with their virtual app, it makes things super easy. And working with Neil right now, just kind of getting some online coaching in terms of my exercises, just to be more detailed. It's awesome. I think it really helps you recognize areas where you need to grow, and they really push you to kind of excel off the ice.
He is a Cherry Cup champion, a Sutherland Cup champion. He is Matty Ice. Thanks for the time, Matt. We appreciate it. Great looking back on last year's Sutherland Cup run.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.